up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be about how I found out I was pregnant, actually pregnant, on the depo shot because I had a miscarriage. I was pretty shocked, and of course I felt a little hurt about it because like no woman would ever want to go through a miscarriage. But let's get into the video, and I'll give you guys like a little rundown of basically how I found out and what happened. So, just a little history. I've been on the depo shot since April 16th. So I've been on time for every appointment. I made sure I put it in my calendar in my phone. I haven't missed a shot, haven't been late or anything. So, I don't know. I guess the depo just doesn't work for my body. I basically, how would I say, anybody that has watched like my previous videos knows that I did prank my boyfriend in stating that I was pregnant, and I really truly believe that I wasn't pregnant. It was just a prank. And I did take a pregnancy test Sunday, November 7th, and the pregnancy test was negative. I did end up going to the hospital a couple probably a couple days or a week later, because I had started to cramp a lot, as well as I was bleeding a lot. So I ended up going to the hospital. Prior to the hospital, I do remember that I had started cramping and spotting, and that only lasted for 1 to 2 hours, probably 3. And then after the cramping and the spotting, I just started having like really bad cramps and heavy bleeding. And then after that, I had when I went to the hospital, they confirmed that I wasn't pregnant, which is also the weird part. But after that, after the hospital, I had stopped bleeding and stuff like that. And then yesterday, I had got up at 2 in the morning to use the bathroom. I usually go to the bathroom once or twice at night. But I had got up at 2 in the morning to use the bathroom, and I had came back to lay down next to my boyfriend. And basically, after I laid down, I really, like, my stomach, like, I started cramping up, like I was in so much pain. But I was able to go back to sleep, so I was able to like tolerate the pain and go back to sleep. But then I wake up like every 30 minutes or so, because the pain would wake me up to the point like it was really hurting. So my boyfriend had to be up at 4 in the morning, and I had got up and I had put some pants on, because I don't like to sleep with any clothes on. So I got up and put some pants on, because I already had I think a tank top on. So I put some pants on after he left, and I laid back down, and the cramping was intense. Like, it was so intense, and I was just like, what the heck? So I moved my daughter out the way, and I'm trying to get comfortable because like the cramping is just terrible. And I had kind of shifted to like lay on my stomach, and I kind of like held my stomach a little bit because it hurt to lay on my stomach. And then after that, I had dozed off, but then woke up again because the pain got even worse. So then I shifted some more, and now I'm laying like diagonal on the bed, trying to get comfortable and like get some cold air because it was hot at the same time. So I fall asleep, wake back up because my daughter starts whining, and it's like 8 in the morning. So at this point, like I get up and I go to the bathroom, and my pants are soaked. So I finished using the bathroom, and I'm just like looking in my pants to see what's going on, and like there's some like I don't know if you say like spots of blood or like little pieces of blood clots or anything like that, but I clean myself up, and then I clean my pants because it was just like all wet and just like little pieces of blood clots. So I cleaned it up, and then after that, I get a wrap a towel around my body, and I go back to my room. But before when I was finished like cleaning up, on the tissue there's like I don't want to insert pictures because I don't want like anybody to say it's too much or anything like that. But on the tissue, it's like oval, it's like oval shaped, and it has like this skinny piece of like, it's like a small piece of like blood in the middle of it. I don't know if it was like, it's the first time I've ever seen it, but it was like a tiny little piece of like a tiny thing of blood in like the middle of the little oval shaped thing, and it was like a thick piece of like it was thick. All I know is that the oval shaped, I don't know what to call it, but it was thick. It was thick, and you could see some parts where it was like how would I say it? It's hard to describe, but you could tell like there are some parts where it was like a little not crumbly, but like it had like some texture, like a texture consistency to it on the side, like like attached to like whatever you would call it. I've never like experienced it before, so it's a little harder to explain. But I started freaking out because I kind of figured, because the past couple, like I kind of figured it was like me experiencing miscarriage because the pain was just terrible. And then the past couple days I have been very bloated. Like I've been very, very bloated to the point I was looking pregnant. My mom and everybody else kept saying it, but I was denying it because like, no, not me, like I'm on the birth control, it can't be me that's pregnant. But I was getting nauseous and having food aversions and stuff like that. Like I really wouldn't want to eat or anything like that, but I really was just thinking it was the depo. And my mood swings was out. my mood swings was just terrible. So I'm thinking it's the depo, because a negative pregnancy test, and the hospital told me it was negative. So I'm like, okay. So I texted one of my closest friend's sisters, because she's experienced a miscarriage as well, like prior to her being pregnant now. And she helped me, and she talked to me, and I appreciate that, because like even though I didn't want any more kids, it still hurts, because at the same time I was drinking like Mike's Hard's lemonades, and I had those like the past 3 days, not all of them, but I had one each day, and I had smoked as well, not cigarettes but weed, and I felt bad because like I had no idea that I was pregnant, and I feel like I caused it in some way, and like I had caused a miscarriage in some way, and it made me feel bad. And I feel like my son kind of knew, because like he had been looking under his legs, as well as he had tried to look under my legs, and he was like no, like he was just shaking his head no. So I don't know for sure, but I could say I didn't, like I said, I don't believe that I was that far in the pregnancy, because looking looking it up online, it says that if you're early in the pregnancy, you only get a couple hours of like the bleeding and the cramping, and that's what I got. So I'm not so sure. Like I'm not cramping. Hey, Vienna, are you done? But I'm not cramping anymore or anything like that. But it did affect me in some way, and I did tell my boyfriend, and I told my mom. My mom confirmed that it was, of course, a miscarriage. And I have not went to the hospital yet because I have an appointment set for my doctor's office. But it did hurt me in some way. It did have me feeling some type of way because, like, even though I didn't want any more kids, every life is precious to me, regardless. So, it's a little bit different knowing you had a miscarriage and you have 2 kids than knowing you're having a miscarriage and you have no kids. So I wasn't as quite sad or hurt. Aviana. I wasn't as quite sad or hurt as I would be if I didn't have any kids, but I do appreciate the support from everybody that has told me they're sorry and they feel they're upset for me. I do appreciate that because either way, like it still hurts me because I feel at blame for it. Like I feel at fault for it. And I felt like, I don't know, maybe it could have been prevented, but at the same time, the depo can cause me to have a miscarriage if I do end up getting pregnant. But I do feel like I shouldn't have even got pregnant in the beginning with being on the depo, so I am looking to switch over to something else. Can you chill out? Can you chill out? But I am I'm just so very lost for words on like exactly what happened, like when I got pregnant, how of course I know how, but being on the depo, you're not supposed to. But I have heard a lot of stories like where a lot of females have told me they've gotten pregnant on the depo, and I guess I should have like taken that as, oh, don't get on it, let's try something else. But I am gonna try something else. And like for all the little babies that have been lost due to their miscarriage, like I don't even know, they would be better off in heaven than better off not being taken care of or anything like that. And I love all my children, so all of my kids would be taken care of regardless. Like I'm gonna do what I need to do regardless. But why that face, mama? Relax your face. But I just wanted to share my story. It's not a long story. It really isn't long, but I did experience the miscarriage after having my 2, and it does affect me in some way because I'm always gonna think about it because you never know. Like, little girl, relax. You never know, like, what could have came out of it, like what I could have experienced or anything like that. But once again, I do appreciate the people that I did tell, that did help comfort me in some way, talk to me, and I am okay. It affects me, but it doesn't really, like, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it right now. And I really don't think I will know how to feel about it. Me and my boyfriend had discussed if we want to get more kids, and right now is not the time. But yeah, I'm on the depo, was pregnant, had a miscarriage, don't understand how, don't understand when the miscarriage even started. So, oh girl, you do too much. But other than that, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've I guess if you've had a miscarriage yourself and would like to share your story, I'm all ears. I would love to hear it. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow my other social medias. And I do appreciate everybody that has already subscribed, and I love you all. And yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you in the next video. And Ariana, you guys say bye? She loves being in the camera. But I will see you guys in the next video, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out. I say peace out.